With PFL lightweight champion Usman Nurmagomedov heading into free agency after a spectacular knockout victory in his final contracted bout this past Friday in New York, the entire MMA community is buzzing about where he lands next. His cousin and coach, UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov, has recently poured gasoline on the fire, firmly stating that Usman has already proven himself as the best lightweight operating outside the UFC octagon. Khabib doubled down on his belief that there are distinct levels to the sport of mixed martial arts and issued a clear message: fans will see the truth for themselves very soon. He confirmed that intense negotiations will be taking place over the next month, and the combat sports world won't have to wait long to find out which promotion secures Usman's services for the next chapter of his career. Dana White hinted at Usman's arrival with a tweet under a post of his press conference. If that next chapter does unfold inside the UFC, the matchmaking possibilities at lightweight are absolutely incredible. Usman's teammate Josh Thompson reveals Nurmagomedov might actually refuse to sign for the UFC and explains why. Let's dive in.
Will Usman take the money fight from MVP or go right to the UFC? I would assume later, but you can always go after one more fight and take the money fight first. First off, they're not going to just sign him to a one fight money fight. They're going to sign him to a long-term deal if they do want to continue to work with him, which I actually believe now that they have merged, they will definitely want to continue working with him. And so I could expect him, he's making, I don't want to give his money out there, but he's making really good money. Really good money. He's making more than I would say probably everyone but the champion in the lightweight division in the UFC. So that being said, what would you do? Would you continue making the amount of money you're making fighting guys that, like Archie was, I would say, probably his toughest fight besides Paul Hughes? Those are his two toughest fights. I don't see anybody else coming up that would challenge him. So why not find ways to cash out as much as you possibly can? He is still very young. I believe he's only 29.
Islam Makhachev has raised some concerns about his long-term future in the UFC after opening up about his motivation ahead of his upcoming fight with Garry. While Islam made it clear that the Garry fight will not be his last, he admitted it's becoming increasingly difficult to stay motivated after accomplishing nearly everything he set out to achieve in the sport. As a former lightweight champion, current welterweight champ, and one of the most accomplished fighters of his generation, Makhachev says he's beginning to run out of clear goals to chase. That makes the timing especially interesting because the welterweight division is arguably stronger than it's ever been. Garry is just one of several elite challengers waiting for him, with names like Michael Morales, Carlos Prates, Shavkat Rakhmonov, all making the title picture deeper than ever. Even if motivation is becoming harder to find, Islam still has the opportunity to build one of the greatest resumes in MMA history if he continues taking on the best 170-pounders the division has to offer. Let's dive into what he had to say.
Two-division champion now. What is next? Like, you've achieved this goal. What motivates you? And what is your next goal? Like, how do you keep getting motivated for the next goal?
It's a good question. Very hard to be still motivated, First time when I was fighter, I was dreaming to become UFC champion. After that, when I have most UFC title defending the lightweight, I want to be double champion. Now when I'm the double champion, I have 16 or 17 fight win streak with Anderson Silva. We have same. And I have to fight one more time to beat his win streak, Maybe something like this to motivate me. But first of all, what motivates me is if you step in the cage and you're not ready, so I'm gonna smash you for your face, That's why I have to be focused. I have to still training hard. And, it's good for my health.
Do you remember when Garry's sparring partner Alexei Pergande leaked footage of their grappling session, showing Garry getting controlled on the ground, and Ian absolutely lost it over the recording? Well, Alexei has now come out with the full story, and his version of events makes the situation even more controversial. According to Pergande, the reason the Irishman was so upset wasn't just about the footage itself, but because recording sparring is considered a major gym violation. Pergande claims that after he posted the footage, Garry personally called him and demanded that they meet at the gym to talk things through. According to Alexei, that meeting actually happened later the same day, with both sides addressing the situation face to face. But now he claims Garry was involved in the exact same situation just weeks later. Perganda says that a few weeks before Ian's upcoming fight with Islam Makhachev, he was training at Leon Edwards' gym, but was eventually kicked out permanently after recording sparring sessions there. The irony wasn't lost on Perganda, who believes Garry criticized him for something he later ended up doing himself. The original incident already created a lot of discussion around gym etiquette, privacy, and what fighters should or shouldn't record behind closed doors. Let's dive into what Alex had to say.
I can't help but discuss your sparring session with Ian Garry, the one that went viral and became such a huge thing online.
Honestly, it was very strange for me that he reacted like that. I think the reason he was so upset was because the fight with Islam was coming up, and that clip started getting posted everywhere. He probably just hated seeing the footage everywhere. During that sparring, he was filming the entire session too. Nobody ever asked me if it was okay to record me. Nobody said anything. My wife was also recording from outside the cage, and nobody told her not to either. His team was right there and no one had a problem with it. I remember the day later, Ian messaged me and said, "Come to the gym. I want to talk to you and do 5 rounds of sparring with you." So, of course I went there, you know. When I first met Ian, I had no problems with him at all. He was respectful, he was nice, there were no issues. He's a very good fighter. It's funny, he actually got kicked out of Leon Edwards' gym. A few weeks ago, he went to Leon's gym in London, and he got kicked out from there too. He was filming people there. They asked him not to record people, but he was still filming his training sessions, and they kicked him out.
Islam Makhachev's coach, Javier Mendez, believes Islam is starting to show the same elite coaching instincts that made Khabib Nurmagomedov such a special figure inside and outside the cage. According to Mendez, Islam has begun taking on a similar role to Khabib, not just as a fighter, but as someone who studies teammates and helps them improve. He pointed out that Khabib would often stay after his own training sessions to watch his teammates spar and give them advice. And now Islam is doing the exact same thing. Mendez also revealed that Islam played a key role in Usman's recent success, sharing a setup that he personally used during his fight with Alexander Volkanovski.
Obviously, you and Khabib have worked together now for a while, but having Islam Makhachev a part of that coaching experience with you, that must have made you proud just to see his mentorship and the impact that he has on the fighters in the gym.
Well, he's always had that mentorship, and he's always been with us in the corner when he wasn't fighting. So this is not the first time I've had Islam in the corner with me. No, we've had him numerous other times in the corner with us. Just probably people don't remember, but he's been in the corner with us quite a few times. He's an exceptional corner, and he cares. You know, he's a champion with a heart that cares about his guys. And you know, he did the same thing Khabib did when Khabib used to do sparring, and then he was done with sparring, and he knew some of his other brothers would come and spar. Khabib wouldn't go out and train. He'd watch the sparring and give advice. That's Islam, the same thing.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications to make sure you never miss daily MMA news.